Welcome to your ultimate beginner's guide to Counter-Strike 2. Whether you're brand new to the series or just transitioning from casual to competitive, this guide is going to cover everything you need to climb fast and stay sharp. Hardware. Before you even load into a match, your hardware sets the ceiling for how far you can go. You need a machine that can consistently push 240 FPS. Why? The higher your frame rate, the smoother your experience, and the faster your reaction time. This means, assuming you're at the same skill, you'll convert more kills than the enemy who isn't playing at 240 FPS or higher.
Get the hell out of here! Get the f*** out of here!
Monitor. Along with the 240 FPS recommendation, I would suggest at least a 144Hz monitor as the minimum requirement to be taken seriously. You'll see enemies faster, the input delay drops dramatically. The difference between 60Hz and 144Hz is night and day. Mousepad. Now this one's a big factor. I'd recommend getting one at least 30 centimeters wide, if not 40. Low sensitivity players need room to flick and track. Don't handicap your aim. Mouse. Choose one with a flawless sensor and comfortable grip for your hand. I prefer lighter. Wired or high-end wireless only. Audio. Good headphones or IEMs in your monitor are non-negotiable. You need to isolate game sounds and pick up the smallest audio cues. This will be the difference between clutching consistently and not. Desk and chair height. Your mouse arm should rest naturally. If you're straining or adjusting constantly, your game will not be consistent. Remember, we're trying to minimize variables here. Fix this. In-game settings. Settings are your passive edge. Get these wrong and you're fighting yourself. VSync should be set to off. If you're using an NVIDIA graphics card, set NVIDIA G-Sync to disabled. Set maximum FPS to anything over 240, ideally 400 plus. Multi-sampling, 2x. Global shadow quality has also been patched, so you no longer gain an advantage having it on high. Set this to low. Dynamic shadows, all. Model texture detail, low. Texture filtering mode, bilinear. Shaded detail, low. Particle detail, low. Ambient occlusion, disabled. High dynamic range, performance. Fidelity FX superlit resolution, disabled. DPI and sensitivity. Low sensitivity equates to more consistent aim. Go for around 400 or 800 DPI and adjust in-game sensitivity so you can do a 270 to 300 degree turn with around 30 to 40 centimeters of mouse movement. Radar settings. Set CL_radar_ scale so you can see at least 90% of the whole map. Map awareness is Gamesense. This is one setting that helps you read rotations, find gaps, and clutch rounds. Crosshair. Use a static crosshair. There are many variations, and you can also use the in-game copy crosshair feature to quickly copy other better players and find out what suits you. I use a mix of more visible and minimal. Viewmodel. This one's a personal preference, but I prefer my gun out of the way as much as possible. So I have mine set to Viewmodel_FOV 60, Viewmodel offset _X -2, Viewmodel offset Y +2, and Viewmodel offset Z -2. Mindsets. CS2 is not just a shooter, it is psychological warfare. Raw mechanical skill will only get you so far, but mindset will open you up to actually improving beyond your opponents. As soon as you treat someone as not hacking, even if they are, you open yourself up to being able to absorb their skill and potentially beat them. This mindset shift now opens you up to the potential of winning. Try to beat them often you can. This right here is the #1 factor why people either consistently lose in this game or continue to become insanely good players. The same applies to life. Changing this one thing can easily make you a 100 times better player. Discipline over ego. This is a hard one, and I find myself time and time again suffering from it. Don't beat because you're bored. Don't ego swing. Play to win, not for TikTok. Tilt management. If you tilt, you are predictable, and predictable equates to death, which in turn tilts you even more. It's a death spiral, and once it starts, it rarely ends. Trigger discipline. Smooth is fast. Don't shoot the second you see someone. Wait for the right moment. Catch 2 enemies instead of 1. Same as in life. Patience wins. Movement. Your most underrated skill. Movement is often overlooked and is the fastest way to improve in CS2 after raw aim. Counter strafing. Learn it. Master it. Every shot you take while moving is inaccurate. Tap the opposite movement key to slow down and stop, and then shoot. It's not only left and right. Master every directional cancel. This includes forwards, backwards, left, right, and diagonal. Defensive movement. Ever notice some of the hardest kills to convert are the ones where we're behind someone and they don't know it? Being able to predict your enemy is the single biggest factor in securing a kill after initiation. That's why jiggle peeking, shoulder baiting, using your model to bait shots are some of the most effective ways to get your opponent into a predictive position. Looking sideways or down to move your head hitbox out of sight, combined with movement, makes you an absolute pain to kill. Nade movement. Grenades are physics-based. Master movement for perfect nades whilst you're on the go. Audio cues. The invisible advantage. Good ears win games. Learn the difference in floor textures. Wood, metal, concrete, carpet. They all sound different. Reloading sounds give away positions. Grenade noises, smokes that hit the floor make a different sound to flashes and decoys. Use sound to tell if someone's stuck in fire or close. Audio baits. You can drop a pistol to fake a footstep or activity while speaking. Throw utility just to draw attention away from your position. Aim. If you don't have it, you won't go far. Aim for the lower half of the head or neck. CS2 hitboxes regularly reward precise shots and punish overshooting. Shooting too high is double bad, as it not only means you're a sitting duck, but each bullet you shoot, you fall further behind on controlling the recoil, which will quickly get out of hand. It's easier to correct upwards than downward. Recoil. The first bullets matter the most. Recoil patterns are unique to each weapon. Learn the first 4 to 9 bullets of the AK and both the M4s. These are the bullets you control, the rest are for emergencies. Focus on burst control and resetting your spray. Practice getting your bullets into a tight cluster as much as possible, at a medium to close distance. Spraying is not for long range, so we shouldn't get into the bad habit. Map knowledge. Pre-aim is power. You don't have to memorize every angle on day one, and you won't be able to, but you should be learning what to expect. Pre-aim corners at head height if possible. Learn callouts faster by putting a callout map on your second monitor if you have one. Notice where you die and why. With your CL_radar_scale settings set correctly, so you can see the whole map, you'll start to be able to notice travel times across the map and begin honing your game sense. Sometimes the difference between winning and losing is simply game sense. Even if someone has better reactions than you, when caught off guard, you'll typically have the upper hand. Teamplay. Your greatest weapon. CS2 is not a solo shooter, but a lot of people play it like it is. The best aimers can still lose if they don't play smart. Play off your teammates' angles and communicate enemy positions. Trade kills, especially on entry. Bait smartly, but not selfishly. Sometimes sacrificing yourself creates a free trade and opens up the site. All the pros have the mindset of self-sacrifice. They will gladly walk into a site 5v4 knowing that if they just trade the previous person who died each time, that they'll eventually win the round. This pace is what typically catches even experienced players out. A whole team ready to self-sacrifice, rushing you down all at once, really tests the team's reactions and coordination. Good teammates turn 2v4s into winnable rounds and will sacrifice themselves without hesitation. Remember, hesitation kills. Deathmatch Servers. Intense training that works. Deathmatch is your lab, but not all servers are equal. Community deathmatches are the secret, along with retakes when you're good enough, to improving fast at CS2. Typical deathmatches with all guns are good and will test your agility. However, the secret where most players will see increased gains in the lower amount of time is a pistol deathmatch, specifically one using the CT starter gun, the USP. This type of deathmatch is almost a cheat and forces you to hone your movement ability along with single tapping enemies in the head to secure a kill. None of this poor habit spraying, just clean movement along with clinical aim precision. Retake servers are excellent once you're consistent enough. practicing attacking and defending sites over and over in a short amount of time. Just like a deathmatch, but for retaking and defending sites. CS2 rewards the obsessed, the disciplined, the players who train smart and play smarter. If you apply what you've learned here, you're not just going to improve, you're going to dominate. This is just the beginning. If you like this content and want to know more about a certain topic that I briefly touched on in this video, then you'll love my other videos, which go into more depth on all the topics I've talked about here. Now get out there, subscribe, watch my other videos, and start grinding.